Hey there, this is FPS Failure. You may know me from Shmup Slam 8, where I totally threw and choked on Battle Bakraid Normal here. One of my favorite shmups of all time. That's why you're here, to learn how to play Battle Bakraid Normal. So let's get into why I think this game's great. Bakraid, underrated Yagawal game. Everyone talks about Batrider and Garega that came before it, but no one talks about this one. I think it's the perfect intermediate clear for those going for like some real arcade stuff after doing some novices and Toho normals or Toho normals, and they got their shmup fundies down. I think this game appeals to a wide range of people. I've had a lot of people play this from different backgrounds in shmupping, and they all really have a good time with it once they get into it, because it's just this perfect little middle ground. Because it's a Yagawal rank game, there's that meshing of survival and scoring that you have to interact with. The multiplier chaining scoring system is really cool, and how it overlaps with metal chaining. So you can do both at the same time, but it is risky, and cranks the rank, which is your dynamic difficulty for those who don't know. I really love the runtime, 14 minutes. The ultimate shmup crack pipe. Those of you who watch Mark MSX The Electric Underground will know that as gameplay density. It's a very dense game. The RAM stages, I think the RAM stages kind of tie this game together. They produce a lot of dynamic routing decisions and greatly influence run success or failure if you do not route correctly. But generally speaking, this game is not grueling in the slightest, I'd say. It's just, you need to know what to do, and how to react, and how to recover. But with the reason why this game's fun, out of the way, let's get in quickly an overview of ship selection. Just real quick, this is my tiers. This is my survival versus scoring ranking. Generally speaking, ships that are good at surviving do a lot of damage. That's why Sky Dragon is in D tier, and Flame Viper is in S tier. You want to experiment with which variation you use, which is either A, B, or C buttons. Typically speaking, the general safe bet is the C enhancement for the side shot. Although sometimes with some ships you want to go with main shot enhancement. Mainly like the ships that already have a really good wide shot for the side shot want to use the main shot. Otherwise, you want to use side enhancement, or in this case of Steel Bat, speed enhancement, weirdly enough, I think is the best one. Scoring, things that have homing shots, side shots, are bad for scoring because you'll kill things accidentally or kill them too fast. But in general, all the ships are pretty similar at scoring because of how the bomb is the same between all of them. So pick what you think you like, go experiment, have fun, and get back to me. And the last little preamble is that rules of Bakraid, before we get into it. Always be streaming in a U shape. Bombs are precious. They reset to 1.5 bombs when you die, so use them. At least one death is inevitable. And you die in stages 2 through 4 for rank. Never get a third extend unless you're like late in the run. Power loss and homing missiles are the true enemy. They will kill you, and you will get mad. Avoid them at all cost. Micros are risk because of the hitboxes of this game. Very, very fat for like this game kind of being Danmaku-y at times, but that's just from the Shmup Wiki. So you want to micro when you can, but do not like rely on it because you will die. Hoard your resources for stage 6 Cloud and push through that onslaught to victory. But the most important rule, from stage 2 onward, you must never give up. So besides that, let's hop into it. So for this run, I'm picking main shot enhancement Blade Owl. Blade Owl is what the top tier scorers use, but I don't really use this to score. I just think it's a good middle tier ship in terms of survival. It has a useful quirk to it that I'll go into on the ship selection and scoring video I'm going to release soon after this. Ship selection, bosses, and scoring. So for stage 1, you could like fall asleep on the stage and still probably clear it if you're like moving left to right. blink and you'll miss it, really. Into the first boss, Axe Beak. I'm just kind of collecting everything because on normal the rank doesn't... It matters, but it doesn't. Like, it's not Garega where you have to, like, freak out about every single little thing you capture. It's more of a... You just have to be aware of the rank. Mainly it's just scoring that gets your rank really high in normal. If you push the game will push back. So scoring is not necessarily free just because the rank is low on normal. So going to stage 2, we have Railroad here. A lot of little Zako at the beginning here. We're just going to kind of let the wide shot do its work on this stage. Oh, forgot to mention with this ship, Blade Owl, you want your options forward. But generally speaking, when you have a really good coverage ship, you want to point your shot forward because your coverage will take care of everything. If your coverage is rather narrow, you want to leave your options to the side for covering against missiles, because that's the only real reason, besides just making the stages a little bit easier if you have that coverage. So we're just kind of chilling. I did a little trick there with the railroad there, where I kind of misguided the turrets to aim off to the side. Beware of this guy, he shoots really fast on high rank. Keep streaming. Otherwise you'll kind of die. I'm not going to be doing any metal chaining this run because I wanted this to be a basic survival tutorial, and metal chaining is a lot of work and a lot of like risk for not too much gain when you're not really going for score. It's fun. I love metal chaining in this game. But anyways, at the beginning there we kind of did the little dance with the turrets. I'm killing myself here to manage rank. If you're running this game, no matter if you're scoring or not, you are going to get one extend guaranteed by the end of the game. So I like to die early to get the death out of the way because you want to stock as many bombs as possible. We're on the desert. So I kind of screwed up the stage a little bit. You'll see in a little while how I messed up. I have a video showing how to do it properly, but we're just kind of streaming and just dodging everything. That fire turret, the fire lingers. Do not trust the graphic. Just because the smoke is gray doesn't mean it's safe. So you get to these 3 medium-sized enemies, just kind of chilling out. A little popcorn swarm, followed by these turrets. We're going to use these turrets as a basis to line up for these turrets coming up. You want to tap to the side to not get shot here. On higher rank, those shoot really fast, and they will spook you, and they want you to fly around. Here's where I screw up. So I'm doing the streaming left to right. And then I just kind of shove myself in the gym locker here and just kind of do a absolutely cracked dodge. We're gonna go back and look at what a real, like, solid run of that looks like. This is my advanced. This is an advanced attempt. I did a really clean desert here. I'm using a different ship, but the idea is still the same. You're just kind of going side to side. This will be an example of how fast these bullets get. Check it out. Just flying down the screen. It's only stage 2, so it gets worse with each stage. There is stage rank in this game that you cannot like manipulate. So here we're just going to do this U-boat pattern and just kind of spot our openings here. And you just keep streaming. If you shove yourself in the locker, you're going to die. I kind of went up the screen there to make an opening to do that cutback. Very tricky stuff. Anyways, back to the standard run on normal and not advanced. So these two are a really good space to set up homing options if you're late in the run. You don't want to set up homing options early; they give you frame rank. But that if you're looking for getting homing options, which is letting 5 bomb fragments fall on the screen and then collecting an option, that's an optimal place to do it. Late in the run. On to Bahamut. Rule 1 of Bahamut is once that turret starts firing in phase 2, you bomb him. But you have to plant your bomb right on the turret. So you just kind of do basic U-stream here, you know, cut through the middle when you have the chance. These turrets will shoot at you pretty low on the screen. So just survive for just a little bit and then bomb. I hold the bomb button there to kind of launch it up the screen more because that's a mechanic in this game. Plant it right on him and he dies. We're on to Seaside now. This is the greatest scoring potential for casual scoring in this game, I feel. There's a lot of natural multiplier sections, including one up ahead that is a really cool one. This ship here, you just kind of want to stream with the like gaps in mind. So all these popcorn coming down, we're just gonna mow those down. But we're going to hold on for just a second and kill these tanks back to back. That starts the multiplier chain. We're up to 2 times. We're killing these 2 bungalows 4 times and 8 times. We're going to bomb the tank low to hit those turrets. And then we're going to blow up these buildings off to the side, which also contribute to multiplier. And then, mercifully, the tank dies and gives us like 1.6 mil. Just basically a free extend if you do that section right. I'll go into more detail during the scoring video, but I just did that one just to have some fun in this run, really. You do not need to do that in a survival run. Although I do advise bombing the green tank. That's how I discovered the strat, was by accident. I just like always bomb that green tank because he's kind of a jerk with his turrets. So I just said, you know what, why not just bomb? This is an additional multiplier opportunity with these blue ships. Careful with these blue ships. If you kill them, see how it's dropping the items? You can drop your extend there. I've done it several times if you're trying to do the multiplier kill them all strategy. And if you're metal chaining, you can drop your chain there. I advise sitting off to one side. This is another good opportunity to set up homing options at the end of the stage here. Going into Barlog. He's doing the medium difficulty turret where he aims it at you. I'm doing the little offset trick that I did on Railroad. He goes into the evil turret. When you see this turret, my advice is to bomb. I decided to show off this pattern. It's mainly on phase 1 when he has those 2 straight shots turrets that break. It's during that is when that's really hard to dodge. So going into the second phase here, you want to hang out under him to not be shooting all these destructible bullets and actually deal damage to him. He only really takes damage at the center, like basically at that little like propeller engine. So we're just going to kind of hang out in the middle. I kill myself here because I realized I'm coming up on my next extend. I got a special power-up option there. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I killed myself for rank resetting there because we're going into Naval for round 5, which is a good opportunity to get bomb fragments back. If you get Naval or Railroad round 5, really good for bomb recovery. But I got a special power-up there. It happens a lot when you're collecting your items post-death, is you will end up getting those. And it gives you frame rank, so it's kind of worse for the run that I got that. But, you know, you can't really control it. Thankfully on normal, it's not a death sentence. On advanced, it's like you get one of those, and then if you get another one, or like you get homing options by accident, then you reset. Because the frame rank just builds up over time. We get our another extend after doing that scoring strat by placing the bomb on that battleship thing. This section here, you want a U shape here. But basically we're chaining that set of turrets into the battleships and dropping the bomb there. There's so much happening in this game, it's hard to commentate. And then we're just U-shaping through that. But I'll rely on you to figure that one out for the scoring. I'll go into more depth later. But I just wanted to get that next extend because that's going to be the maximum of our extends this run. There's a slight chance that somehow I would be able to get another chain. So we're just gonna keep on U-streaming here. This is a good opportunity to get bomb frags, but be careful, these turrets, if you go too far to the sides, they'll start shooting like at the bottom of the screen and they will tag you. So you have to be very aware of balancing your desire for bomb frags. Otherwise we're just kind of streaming. The general commentary of Bakraid is, look at me, mom, I'm U-shape streaming. We're going to do a gentle stream from bottom left, hanging under him to deal some damage, this big old tank, and then we're going to ship, and we're going to get our cutback by going up and making that window. You kind of have to manually make that cutback, and it's hard to see sometimes. It is round 5 after all. Very tricky. If you have to use a bomb there, you have to use a bomb there. But onto Leviathan. This boss is funny because this first phase, there's still an active. You see that item that spawned from these popcorn? Well, I just got a trailing option. That gives me no frame rank, mercifully. It's one of the few special formations that doesn't. But I swapped my options back forward. But the chain still goes on this, so you can drop your metal chain or even drop an extend on Leviathan phase 1 because you're like, oh, I'm fighting the boss. I'm not thinking about scoring right now, but things are in fact able to spawn, and that's pretty rough. So we're just going to kind of stream that core pattern and then get into that middle bit. You can go out to the sides on Leviathan, but you just have to stream it because that whole radial is aimed at you. Just basically all of that's aimed at you, so it's just a bunch of restreaming. Start of stage 6, really easy, bunch of popcorn, you just kill them. These ships, you want to keep on streaming them. They will wall you if you just kind of sit there under them trying to kill them. This is a good place to set up homing options, but I'm not doing that because I want to show you that this game is beatable without homing options, so it definitely does make things a lot easier. So we're just going to kind of collect all these bomb frags. We're 2.5 bombs. That's minimum acceptable. First boss, Kraken. Do not like this boss. I like to bomb it. I kind of placed that bomb a little bit low, and I didn't deal as much damage to the center as I wanted, so I kind of didn't kill it wholly. I just kind of run into a bullet there, which is pretty bad, but we're going to catch all of our stuff. Catch most of it. I got another special power up there, which kind of is a blessing because I got all my power back, except for my options. But I don't really think it's too much of a game changer. I collected most of my power anyways, and this ship does pretty good at dealing damage if you point your options forward. This guy here, it's just more streaming. I get scared there, so I bomb. If you get scared, bomb. It's a good idea. If you're not feeling confident in the micro, don't do it. Bomb. We have a little wave of enemies here. This is where you can catch and extend if you have built it up by this point onto Tiamat here. Really hard boss. On this ship, if you use this charge shot, you can break those back turrets, which are firing that little cloud of bullets, the little straight, yeah, those like 10 bullets that it fires in a clump. But I decided not to go through with it because I wanted to show how you have to keep on streaming through this. This is a really nasty dodge, and I in fact die. I can dodge that without bombing, but you need to bomb it, and you need to bomb it specifically in that center. On phase 2. So you don't bomb it early, you wait till you get to it spewing this radial, and then hopefully the bomb kills it in time. I like to dodge it for just a little bit. Onto Phoenix here. One of the easier bosses if you have a ship with good coverage for dealing with missiles. This is one of those ships, so I like it. But in general, if you have like a really narrow ship that doesn't deal with missiles well, like say Saber Tiger, which is a really good ship otherwise, you want to bomb there. Also, if you have homing options on some ships, like Steel Bat, if you were to have homing options, you'd want to swap off homing, believe it or not, there to not die. These guys, really scary. You just keep on streaming though. Wide Shot Willy, we go from about the middle screen, tapping to the right. Wide Shot Willy is the main air problem, and he's dead first. And then we got to Straight Shot Sally. The recurring rising characters are gone. Onto Gigamanta. Remember, keep streaming if you don't know what to do. You just want to keep on doing these big ol' U shapes, make your openings. Going to cut back here, and this straight shot almost tags me. I hit the bomb button just because I thought I was going to die, and honestly, that's an important thing. But we're just going to keep on streaming, looking for those openings. Sometimes you got to move up the screen a little bit, do some of that like cave, kind of like getting some extra space by going up the screen to get your opening. You got to make them with streaming in this game sometimes. We're going to hang out on phase 2, kind of in the corner. I know I said don't want to shove yourself in the corner, but in that case, I kind of did. I got walled out by one of those round bullets, so I just kind of bombed out of there. Bare minimum resources you want going into Gigamanta, if you practice, is just 2 bombs, or a bomb and a half, or just like a life in reserve. No bombs is more than enough to kill Gigamanta, and that's how you get your clear. Thumbs up there. Just generally speaking, in this game, you want to just keep on streaming. If you try to do like what you can do in cave games, where you kind of like sit in the corner and like wait for the bulls to show up towards you, and then you dip off to the other corner, you'll kind of just get swamped because of how this game's bullet offset works. Many enemies in this game love to like have a slightly random offset to their bullets, so it's very dangerous. And that's also what makes this game entertaining, is because of that slight bit of randomness to every single boss, every single enemy, that makes this game truly shine, along with the routing decisions you have to make mid-game. So it really doesn't get too stale for me. I've played this game and cleared it at least 50 times in practicing for Shmup Slam, and I've had fun for about most of those. So that's about it. I will be releasing a Nice video covering ship selection, bosses, and scoring following this video, because those are a bit more in-depth. I need to kind of like pause things, explain them more. You don't really have a whole lot of time to do that with this game. The gameplay density is so fast, it's hard to commentate. But regardless, you need to hop on Battle Bakraid Normal. Just experiment with the ships. Just remember the rules on the top left there, and you'll probably be golden. There's certain things you always bomb. I'll be going over those later. The mandatory bombs, unless you are cracked at the game and can do the dodges, which sometimes you'll have to just try to dodge. I'll show how in the boss video, but for now, I think that's just about it. Good luck out there. Get your clears, folks. Goodbye.